Taiwan's main agency that oversees relations with China says that the anti-separatist guidelines issued by Beijing in June are hurting cross-strait exchanges. The Mainland Affairs Council says it will now block permits for certain Chinese officials coming to Taiwan unless they are coming to meet with the government here. Our reporter Jaime Ocon is following this story for us live in Taipei. Jaime, what did the council say?
Well, in an interview with the Central News Agency, the head of Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council, Cho Cui-zeng, protested some of China's policies in which Beijing can label individuals in Taiwan as separatists without any clear reasoning. Now, he says that this is extremely damaging to normal cross-strait exchanges, raising antagonism between people on both sides of the Taiwan Strait, increasing the personal risk of people traveling to the mainland. Cho also goes as far as saying that basically, if you do not support the Chinese Communist Party reunification policy, that you may be brought to justice. Now, the Mainland Affairs Council says it could refuse some permits from officials in China if they're looking to come to Taiwan, unless they're looking to speak with the government. Now, what Cho is referring to are these so-called 22 guidelines from China, in which were released back in June, which basically says that Beijing can charge anyone that they suspect as supporting or promoting Taiwanese independence, with the most severe consequence being the death penalty. Now, it's important to remember that China sees Taiwan as part of its own territory, and many observers say this is another way to put pressure on Taiwan. Right now, there's actually a website where you can see a list of people who have already been labeled as separatists, with the most prominent name on that list actually being Taiwan's current Vice President, Kim Shao. Now, Cho's comments in that interview come just a few weeks after the Twin Cities Forum, which was held here in Taiwan, between representatives from Shanghai and Taipei. But most notably is that the head of the Shanghai Taiwan Affairs Office was not permitted to attend, and that caused a bit of a stir here in Taiwan, with both major political parties speaking out.
上海台办主任金梅申请来台湾的目的，其实就是要参加双城论坛。陆委会用抗议大陆惩毒22条，并且要求跟金梅会晤。陆委会是用大炮打小鸟，很显然就是无计可施、自嗨式的报复行为。
没有道理，他欺负、滥捕我们的台湾人民，我们还让这些背后的主使的一把手可以自由的进出台湾，这对台湾来讲，不仅是不对等、不尊严，更是伤害台湾人民自由旅行的安全。
Now, this past year has been a bit of a roller coaster for relations between China and Taiwan, and so now all eyes are going to be on the New Year's speeches that both sides give. And of course, there's always going to be the wild card of Donald Trump returning to his presidency and his leadership, and what that could mean for relationships and engagement between both China and Taiwan.